Friends, pull up a chair and look closely at the carnage. Yesterday, after the closing bell, Tesla dropped a financial scorecard that stopped Wall Street's heart cold. Net profit slashed by 46%. Let that sink in. Overnight, Tesla traveled 5 years back in time. Their gross margins, once the gold standard of the industry, have collapsed into single digits. Billions in market capitalization evaporated in seconds. The mainstream headlines are screaming disaster, collapse, and the end of the growth story. If you are a retail investor looking for safety and dividends, your fear is perfectly rational. On paper, this is the standard obituary of a manufacturing giant in its death throes. Sales are flat, price cuts aren't working, and the bottom line is bleeding out. But here at Iron Bull Finance, we don't look at the surface, we look at the flow. And I am telling you right now, this is not a business failure. This is one of the most cold-blooded, ruthless strategic liquidations in the history of capital. That missing 46% of profit didn't just vanish into thin air. It didn't disappear because of bad management. It changed its physical state. It moved from the balance sheet into the real world. Those billions of dollars were transmuted into tens of thousands of NVIDIA H100 chips. They were turned into the massive, humming server racks of the Texas Supercomputing Center. They were forged into the high-precision actuators of the Optimus robot. Elon Musk is doing something that no professional CEO, no corporate suit, and no Wall Street darling would ever have the stomach for. He is actively, intentionally draining the blood from the car business to feed an AI monster that hasn't even taken its first breath yet. To understand this, you have to look at the mathematical anomaly hidden in the report. While Tesla's revenue was stagnant, its capital expenditure hit an all-time record. On the earnings call, Musk spoke like a man overseeing a battlefield, not a boardroom. He said they were paying for the future, but look at the price tag. In just one quarter, Tesla swept the market for roughly 35,000 H100 chips. If that money had stayed in the bank, the shareholders would be celebrating. But Musk chose to buy compute power instead. In the old world of manufacturing, buying a stamping press is an asset. In the new world of the AI wars, buying chips to train a model is a massive R&D black hole that devours current earnings. Musk's logic is predatory. He believes that every dollar of profit left on the books right now is a wasted bullet. It must be converted into compute hegemony immediately. Because in the coming conflict, compute is the only nuclear weapon that matters. If you don't burn the cash to secure the chips now, while you can, you won't even have a seat at the table when the silicon takes over. Now, let's talk about the price war. The amateurs think Tesla is cutting prices because they are scared of BYD. They think Musk is being backed into a corner by the Chinese EV wave. That is a half-truth for the masses. In reality, this is a scorched earth policy. Musk knows that with Tesla's manufacturing efficiency, he can cut prices to the floor and still maintain a heartbeat. But his competitors? Ford, GM, Volkswagen? They were already bleeding out in their EV divisions. Tesla's price cuts are designed to sever their main arteries. Look at the aftermath. Ford is delaying battery plants. GM is slashing production targets. Why? Because they can't follow Musk into the mud. He is using his own profit margin as a biological weapon to clear the battlefield. He knows the future isn't about selling metal boxes on wheels. It's about owning the FSD operating system. To ensure that software becomes the global standard, he needs to flood the streets with hardware, even if he has to sell the cars at zero profit. Wall Street is panicking because they are witnessing a species reclassification. If you value Tesla as a car company, it is still overpriced even after a 50% crash. Toyota trades at 10 times earnings. Why should Tesla get 40? But if you value it as an AI company, where's the product? Where is the ChatGPT moment? Tesla is currently trapped in the death valley between two eras. The internal combustion of the old growth engine has stalled, and the new AI engine hasn't fully ignited. This empty space is where the retail herd gets slaughtered. But for those of us who track the data, there are 3 nuclear-grade catalysts buried in the shadows of this report. This is why Musk is burning $20 billion. First, look at the Redwood project. This is the $25,000 entry-level car scheduled for mid-2025. The media calls it a budget car for the masses. They are wrong. Redwood is not a car. It is a high-efficiency data harvester. In the AI era, the only currency that matters is real-world video data. Tesla has 5 million cars on the road today. That's a decent start, but for level 5 autonomy, it's not enough. Musk needs 50 million. He needs 100 million. Redwood is designed to spread like a virus across every street in the world. It is a sensor node disguised as a cheap vehicle. Every single redwood on the road is a probe, sending petabytes of driving data back to the mothership to feed the FSD brain. Musk is moving the industry into the razor and blade model. He will give you the razor for nothing so he can tax you on the blades forever. Once you are in that car, you are paying a perpetual software tax. Hardware profit is a distraction. Data hegemony is the goal. Second, we have the Dojo supercomputer. Why build your own silicon when you can buy from NVIDIA? Because Musk understands the physics of the bottleneck. Training a language model like GPT is easy. It's just text. But FSD eats video. It requires massive bandwidth that universal GPUs struggle to handle. Dojo is custom-built silicon designed for the sole purpose of devouring video streams. By fusing thousands of chips into a single wafer-scale processor, Tesla is removing the wiring limits of traditional computing. This means the training speed of FSD is about to go vertical. What used to take a month will take a week. And the cost? Tesla's internal math suggests Dojo provides the same compute for 1/6 the price of an NVIDIA solution. Musk isn't just a customer. He is building a rival to the AWS of the AI world. If you need to process physical world video data, you will eventually have to rent time on Dojo. Tesla is becoming the arms dealer for the next generation of robotics. Then there is the third catalyst, FSD version 12. This is the end-to-end neural network. This is the moment the logic shifted. Before version 12, self-driving was a massive pile of human-written code. 300,000 lines of C++ rules telling the car how to behave at a stop sign or a roundabout. Version 12 deleted that entire rulebook. Musk cut 300,000 lines of code down to 3,000. He left the rest to the AI. This isn't a math student following formulas anymore. This is an athlete with muscle memory. The car has watched millions of hours of human driving, and it has developed intuition. It understands the gray areas of the road where rules don't apply. This is why V12 feels like a human driver. And because it is a neural network, it only scales with data. The more cars Tesla has, the smarter the brain gets. This is a winner-take-all feedback loop. While other car companies are still trying to write better code, Tesla's brain is evolving by itself every second of every day. So, where does that leave you, the investor? You are looking at a binary option. There is no middle ground for Tesla. Outcome 1, FSD fails. Level 5 proves impossible. In this scenario, Tesla is just a car company with some cool tech. The valuation collapses by another 80% to meet the manufacturing reality. Outcome 2, FSD works and the robotaxi network goes live. In this scenario, Tesla becomes the dominant operator of the physical economy. It monopolizes logistics, transit, and with Optimus, it eventually monopolizes labor itself. At that point, the market cap isn't measured in billions. It starts at $10 trillion. Every earnings miss and every stock price crash is just the market recalibrating the odds of that binary outcome. If you are calculating your entry point based on how many Model Ys were sold in Shanghai last month, you are playing the wrong game. You are going to get gut-punched by the volatility. We are entering a 2-year window in the Death Valley. Musk has been clear. Growth will slow significantly this year. Before Redwood hits the streets and before FSD is fully legalized, there will be a long, dark period of thin profits and massive spending. The media will hunt him. Wall Street will abandon him. This is the great filter. It is a meat grinder for the weak and a golden era for the predator. If you are thinking about buying Tesla today, you need to understand 3 cold truths. 1. This is venture capital. You are not buying a blue-chip stock. You are funding a startup with a $1 trillion target. If you can't watch your principal drop by 30% without losing your mind, walk away. 2. Your time horizon must be measured in years, not quarters. The logic of Dojo and Redwood is a long-wave cycle. If you don't have a 5-year stomach, you are just gambling against a house that has more data than you. 3. You are betting on a worldview. You have to believe that the digitization of the physical world is inevitable. You have to believe that neural networks will eventually outperform human biology. If you have even a shadow of a doubt about that, you will sell at the bottom of the next crash. The risk is massive, but the asymmetry is undeniable. This is the 2010 Bitcoin moment. This is the 2002 Amazon moment. You are risking a 1x loss of your principal for 100x capture of the future. If Musk wins, Tesla becomes the world's first labor company. Its ceiling will be the global GDP itself. Tesla's worst ever report is actually a declaration of war. Musk is done playing the price war game in the dirt. He is burning the cash today to own the silicon soul of the future. If you can see through the fog of the quarterly numbers, you see a predator preparing to take over the world. I'm Iron Bull Finance. Watch the compute. Watch the data. Stay cold. And I will see you at the Singularity.